they did during the Boston Tea Party. They're not getting any representation and they're paying taxes through the nose. I'm sure if you ask any one of them out there, that they're going to tell you that this has just got to stop. When Congress puts through a bill and everybody votes for it and nobody reads it, that is horribly irresponsible, and that's what we're here to push today. We're not an Obama-bashing organization. We're here to send a clear message to Congress that what is it that's going on right now that's triggering you to get involved?
I'm worried about my freedom and my kids' freedom. With the amount of debt that the country's taking on right now, there's just no way we're going to be able to pay off that debt.
What is it that gets you so fired up to just head to come out and be part of this? Liberty. Can we see your sign?
Houston Tea Party, home for the free because of the brave. It's very nice.
Free tea bags to the tyrants in Washington.
I got one. All right. What is it that's driven you guys to come out and be part of this?
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
We appreciate you coming out today and being part of this event. Can you tell me what it is about this that makes it important to you?
The important thing is to send Washington a message that we're tired of getting taxes. We're tired of them having a one-way communication. We're not going to take it anymore.
What message would you like to give to the congressman who voted for the bailout bill without reading?
We're going to vote you out.
We appreciate you coming out and being a part of this. I love your t-shirt. I think they should make one for every member in Congress that voted for the bailout without reading.
Because I want to see the government get smaller and I'm tired of bailing out.
So is there one individual person that's benefited from any of the bailout?
Oh yeah, Barney Frank, Christopher Dodd, all of them. All of them Secretary of Congress benefited.
Right, and it's unfortunate, but we don't hear the names of those two people who created this problem. And what do you say to the congressmen and women who voted for the bailout bill but never read it?
I say, Congress, look over your shoulder. We're coming after all of y'all. We'll vote you out of office. You'll be out of here.
Thank you very much. Get involved.
Well, I'm a student of history and American history, and regard myself somewhat as a constitutional scholar, and I'm just real concerned about government spending and about the apparent ignorance of what is in the Constitution. You know, that's what would send our way out of an economic recession. In fact, if you can't pay for the spending and you have to raise taxes, you throw us into an inflationary recession. And that's going to be disastrous for everybody. So I think we've got to cut taxes and look at how we can reduce government spending and government interference.
What do you say to those? Thanks for coming out today. Can you tell me what it is that you guys are interested in being part of this?
Well, me, I've always been interested in history and all that when I was in school, and it just seems ridiculous that something we've tried to fight for since our inception, pretty much, tyranny, oppression, fascism, and tax hikes, is actually coming back to this day and age.
What do you say to those who voted for the bailout without reading it?
Well, it seems unconscionable that somebody that we would elect to represent us and to represent the people of this country would go and do something without our interest.
Domestic terrorist to another. I wanted to thank you all for coming out. You're just so awesome. To us anymore, are we? And that's what they Republicans, conservatives, Democrats, libertarians, throw out your labels, we're Americans.
So what we have here is 300 million Americans whose entire lives are on the spit and being controlled by 545 men and women. 435 members of Congress, 100 senators, 9 Supreme Court justices, and 1 president. And those 535 people control everything we do, all 300 million of us. And once they get to Washington, they're a member of the Golden Ticket Club. They have lifelong pensions, they have health care, they'll get jobs when they leave their jobs, and they'll go to work in the lobbyist industry or for the defense industries. And once they get elected just one time, because we don't have term limits, they're certainly not going to vote themselves pay decreases. They're certainly not going to take away their own pensions. So the question becomes, how do we get them out of there? And the answer is one at a time. 700 cities across America. I saw a little while ago where they had 5,000 people in New Haven, Connecticut, which is the East Coast leftist establishment. That tells you this is big. There were thousands of people in Washington, D.C., but the windows at the White House were all closed and looking the other way. They don't want to see this. This is not what they were hoping for. This was not the change they sought.
No, it is not. A lot of great signs in the audience. We appreciate all your work and everybody that brought out the signs. One of them I liked on the way walking up here was, if you ignore your rights, they will go away. So true.
I come from a household where these values were also cherished. Although my parents grew up during the Great Depression in Germany and suffered through World War II, they never lost their desire to live in a free country and to achieve financial prosperity through hard work, saving, and investing. They realized these goals by coming to America. America, a country where hard work and achievement are rewarded and respected, at least until now. Politicians in Washington are trying to change that now, starting with the banks, the insurance companies, the auto companies, and who knows what's next. The communist system that he escaped stifled all the innovation in any initiative that people wanted to take to improve their lives. Everything was centrally planned and could only be done through the approval of government bureaucrats. Beginning to sound a little familiar? Oh yes, they had free schooling, free universal health care, guaranteed retirements. Everybody was guaranteed a job too, even if it was fake work, but they had a job. But people were not happy in spite of all those gifts from the government. They were not free to pursue their own dreams, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? We have to unite behind a plan to starve that beast that is now our government. At the federal, state, and local level. It's everywhere. Those who would trade liberty for security deserve neither.